Welcome to episode 6 of the Lockdown Showdown, brought to you by the Bodyboarding News Network. Well, in this episode, we are dropping in on style icon, bodyboarding Barbie, 2017 Women World Champion, Joana Schenker. Enjoy this one. Well, everybody, I am dropping in on Joana Schenker, 2017 Women's World Champion, and nobody's burning me. Shiko's not there to beat me up, so I'm pretty stoked there, though. I can drop in on you without any repercussions. Well, this is the Lockdown Showdown, and welcome.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Thanks for inviting me, and you are lucky that you're so far away because jumping in on me, it's a mistake, big mistake.
So how is life under lockdown, and how long have you guys in Portugal specifically been under lockdown?
Well, in Portugal, we have been officially under lockdown when the president declared a state of emergency, when we went into full lockdown 1 month ago.
All right.
But I've been like a week before it was officially locked down. I already decided to stay at home and not surf. So it's been about like 35 days for me being out of the water. Yeah,
Sure.
it's a
So
very
that's the
long time.
longest you've been out of the water, yes?
Ever.
Ever.
I never had an injury
Wow.
that made me stay outside of the water that much. So this is like an experiment for me, like actually it's a challenge. How long can you make?
Survivor.
Yeah. No,
Corona survivor.
it's really tough. And the thing is, like, the toughest thing for me is here where I live, we have lots of beaches. We have so many beaches where there's no one. It's like
Really?
there's no people on the beach right now. So I would actually surf alone anyway.
Gee,
But
that's crazy.
since it's forbidden, I cannot go be a bad example. I cannot have my
for
car
sure.
parked on the beach and everybody will hate me if they see me on the beach. So I have to stay inside just because of what people might say. Because
Absolutely. I mean, you are a public figure in Portugal, and people look up to you, so you kind of have to abide by the rules and lead by example. Not
exactly.
be a dick.
Even if there was no difference, I would surf and not see anyone, but I still have to stay inside.
So you mostly surf alone. Like, if you don't have, then it's a small crew. Do you have a small crew of people surfing with you?
Well, we have all the locals. This is like a very, very bodyboarding town. It's like
nice.
Every local bodyboards here. It's a very, very tight community. It has been like this for years. It's really cool. Well, when the waves are pumping, there's a lot of bodyboarders, there's a lot of people surfing. But when it's like average, there is enough beaches to just surf alone by yourself. So I could surf alone,
Oh, that's awesome. So social distancing shouldn't be a problem then.
No, and I mean, we have been very lucky because in February, we had like the most amazing February in years. That amazing waves pumping. Yeah.
I saw.
And then the lockdown started and actually the waves kind of just disappeared. We hadn't had, I didn't miss one of those really good days.
Oh, really?
Those really good days, we didn't come along this whole time. So I'm not freaking out completely.
Okay.
But it looks like next week there might be coming something. It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I must say it's been cooking here back home. We also had the super bad spell. January, February is usually a good time for summer for some good waves, and it's just been bad. And now with the start of autumn, it's just been incredible. Just the charts and the photos of guys driving by. It's like, look at this one, look at that one. It's just, you actually don't want to
don't look at it
anymore because it's
don't even look at the
depressing.
forecast. Just take the forecast out of your site. Delete it.
Exactly. So what have you been doing all this time? 30 odd days in your own home prison. So what have you been doing with your time? Rebooting, rethinking about things, like you obviously had
I'm gonna
busy year.
I had it's actually nice to have like a little bit of a downtime, not having to do everything, like a lot of stuff every day, because I've been doing stuff like pretty much every day before this. But I was planning on doing so many things, and I spend all my time on social media. I'm very honest now, scrolling on Instagram. It's terrible.
Miles on the thumb.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't know. I'm cooking, I'm baking, I'm cleaning the house twice a day. All that very boring stuff. Reading books sometime, trying to work out a little bit every day. Just, I don't want to be completely.
Listen, walking to the fridge is not a workout, eh?
If you sprint to it.
Okay, fair enough. You might just even out the calories there.
And then I make like a lot of cakes, and I make Chico eat them, so I don't have to eat them.
Shame. That's why he's complaining. He's like 4 kilogram heavier. So you're a feeder. That's what it comes down to. So one of the really cool things, and I think a lot of people know that, especially some of our local international viewers, is you were fortunate enough to be given a very special little doll. It's not a voodoo doll. It's a little Barbie doll, and it's your own personal Joana Schenker. Show us that doll, and tell us how that came about.
I have the doll over here. I want to show it to you. Can you see it? Like you have a
Nice.
body board there, and they completely customized it like to make it look like me. Yeah. So we have like the same wetsuit colors and everything. Like the head is the original Barbie head, of course.
All right. Well, that still looks like you. That's easy enough.
Yeah. They didn't give me any fins, so I don't have fins. But who needs fins?
Who needs? And is that a bicep leash as well?
Yeah, it is.
Ancient detail.
Look, yeah.
Even
like
attached.
Artists attached everything. Well, this is only one of a kind Barbie. You cannot buy this. It's not for sale. It was made by the company that sells Barbie. Mm-hmm. Well, they do it around the world. They have they give awards to women. They think they deserve them, and for some reason, like they do it with police women in science,
that's super cool.
Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. And they decided to have a bodyboard Barbie. It's
fantastic.
Really cool. I never, ever thought that I would see that.
Even being a child, I want my own Barbie doll, and then boom, there it is.
And actually, when this came out, I had so many girls wanting to buy this.
Oh yeah.
Or dads wanting to buy it for their daughters. It was really cool.
Only one saw.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's pretty cool, though. That's super cool.
It is. Yeah,
it's something good to look back on. All your achievements, becoming world champ in 2017. It was a great year for you. Everything just kind of seemed to gel and fell into place that year with European champs. I think it was, and then it was the world champ. So it's just really good year for you. So that's just coming off of that.
That was my highlight year, really, because it really happened in a perfect way. Everything just started rolling and just clicking. I was on a run, really smooth actually. Yeah, and it was the national title, and then there was the European title, and then there was the world title, in this 2-month period.
Wow.
Separate. Yeah, and it was just. I was okay, let's keep going, and everything turned out perfectly. Yeah, fantastic.
Super
it was
cool.
I don't know, the universe was really on my side.
Yeah, when the chips fall in place and the chips are, it's like with Ian Campbell at Adam Pipe this year, having that buzzer beater, that last minute. It just kind of shows that now is your time, now is your turn to, So you got to take it with both hands, and him getting that wave in the last minute, but it's not just that, it's all the years and all the time that leads up to that. And it's the same for you.
And it's like you can do only what's in your power. So you cannot control the outcome. You can just do the best you can and not stress too much. And then you kind of you do your part, but you also surrender it. You're not. I mean, you have to. You cannot control it. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, usually things like just fall into place. It's like you do the right thing, you make the right decision in the right timing, and it's almost like somebody's telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Because you're in sync, you are just in the mood.
True.
And if you can be in that state, I think that's when the best outcomes always happen. Yeah. So.
And then 2018, it's hard to get there. I mean, it's a long road. Yeah. And then 2018, with all that stress and the pressure, like, does the stress then come into play after winning a world title? Now, hey, what am I going to do? Am I going to try and retain my world title? I'm going to find this form again? Or, is it more pressure, a lot more things going on around being the world champ that makes it so much harder to get
it's definitely a lot more pressure.
Yeah.
Definitely. So much more pressure because everybody's looking at you like the world champion now, and they expect so much from you, and you expect so much from yourself. Yeah. You actually think that from one year to the other, just because you won a world title, you have to perform like so much more. You can't afford to lose ever or whatever, and that's like something that I think that's kind of hindering your own performance, because you actually hurting yourself with that kind of thinking. And for me, what happened after the world title in Portugal was such a craziness. Like I almost didn't surf because I was doing promotion stuff, and every day I had to go here and there and talk and blah 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 and do all this stuff that's volleyball related and really important for my career, but it's not actually training. Yeah. That in 2018 I was not in a good shape. Actually, I was more like just trying to do everything they asked me and the brands and everything. So I wasn't focused. I was just trying to be there, do the tour, but also do everything else and kind of stay somewhere in the ranking, like stay in a good position. And actually, it wasn't bad. Like for what I had been surfing that year, I ended up becoming fourth, I think in the ranking. And I wasn't in title contention until the last event in Nazaré. So it wasn't a bad year, but I wasn't there fully committed to get the title again. I wasn't even there with my head. I don't think so.
I think with all the noise and all the distractions, or everything going on around it, it makes it really hard. I think Jared and Ian and every other world champ can say the same. It's trying to back it up. It's really difficult because you have so many social responsibilities now that it kind of takes away the fact that you need to train. You need to still be there. It
does.
So
it does a lot, and I mean those things are very important as well for you to kind of make the most of it. I think I did the right decision to try to be on all those places and everybody that asked me to be in events and stuff.
Tell me a little bit about your board, your setup, why you chose what you are riding at the moment, the shape, and what cores are you using?
Well, I use a science board for many years now, and I always use the same shape, which is the pro shape, which is little, I think it was a Rigby shape before, but now it's a pro shape. And I never change it. I really like it. So I don't touch the shape. I just change like the tail, bat tail or crescent tail. And I usually use PP with mesh, and it's a 39.5, like 39.5 inches. And now I just got a new board, like the same board, but with the tri-quad channel system.
Okay.
And I used it once, and then the COVID came along. So I really enjoyed it. I didn't catch any good wave with it, so I wanted to try it out. No, it's just sitting there. But I really don't mess too much with my boards. It's pretty much the same.
Okay, that's good. And did you find the new quad is like a lot faster, a bit more responsive to your previous shapes?
Well, I only surf with it once in tiny waves, so I can't really
it's hard
say.
To tell,
but I did feel a lot more speed. So
okay, speed's good.
Yeah. But it was a completely new board, so it's when you have a completely new board, it's always like faster.
It's all slippering around, slipping. Put the soap on my board. It's classic.
But it's beautiful. It's like all black, so it's like a little rocket. Yeah, turned out beautiful because I can choose my colors, and I choose my boards like how I need and want them. So it's I'm really happy.
And you use one board for warm water and cold water. So you use one board for all conditions?
No. I have like a double stringer, or like the PE, which is like, I think it's loaded core, what they call it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
For winter, I can, or when I go to somewhere colder, or even Chile. And then the normal PP for summer.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds.
I do prefer the PP with when it's slightly used. I do prefer it, like a little bit of an older board. That's kind of the perfect. Yeah, for me, it's kind of the perfect.
Yeah, so wooden in.
Way I like it. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So, what's the first thing that you're going to be doing after lockdown? When you're allowed to step out of that house without any restrictions, what's the first
I'm going to go surf. I'm going to go to the beach and catch waves, whatever there is, like in that day.
1 foot or 10 foot, you're out there.
It doesn't matter. I'm just going to go. Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing.
Some vitamin C, yeah. That's really cool.
It's just surreal. Like, it's so surreal that you cannot do it. Like, what's happening? We are not used to that. Like, my generation is not used to being not allowed to do stuff. Like, come on.
This is like wartime. like wartime for...
Yeah, exactly.
It's also amazing what it does to the mind, being able to go into the ocean and just having it around you. Because I've been thinking, and I've been actually knowing the fact that I've living here in Cape Town, surrounded by the sea, surrounded by mountains. I can go ride my bike whenever I want. I can go surf whenever I want. That you become so complacent and you take it for granted so easily. Now that it's all gone, you're like, well, I'm going to have to change a lot of my life to prioritize a lot of new things. I mean, is that something you also been thinking about quite a lot?
It's so true. So true. You know how many times I leave the beach without surfing just because it's not very good?
Yeah.
I think about all of those times where I'm like, or I complain about something. Like, there's really no complaining. I think this is a good lesson for everyone. Just like a wake-up call to reality, It is, but it's challenging. I think, like, I usually am a quite balanced person. I like to think I'm pretty balanced. I don't have like ups and downs, or like, I'm pretty even. But staying inside, you do get a little bit crazy sometimes. You do. You do.
Cabin fever is real.
Yeah,
it's 100% real.
I get surprised with my own reactions and the way I kind of think about stuff. Like, oh my God, who's that person? She's been
she's been hiding somewhere.
So it's a discovery. I mean, it's a discovery.
That is. So is there anything in the pipeline for Joana Schenker for 2020? Let's say everything ends soon. Like, is there something new, something big happening that you feel like you want to talk about, or any announcements?
Well, I wouldn't announce anything yet now because I'm not sure if it's going to go ahead. So
Fair enough.
But anyway, I mean, if there's comps, I'm going to be competing. If any comes out on, I'm going to be there. If not, I will try to, do other stuff. Maybe go to, if we can travel, maybe go to Namibia. Who knows?
Yeah.
Shoot something. I've never really had the time to go shoot somewhere without a competition, or do like some more of a, videography or stuff like that. Like, I'm always going to places, compete, come back home, go to the next comp, and I never have the time to work on the project that's not competing. And I would love to do that. And maybe now's the time.
Yeah,
if
maybe
nothing comes up.
Yeah,
if nothing comes up, I'm going to start to do that. And I think women's bodyboarding is needing some new.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the world is hungry for a Joana Schenker edit. Some free riding and some.
But I want to do it well done. So
no, absolutely. What's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Did you watch Tender? How good was that? Have you seen Tender?
I did. I watched it in the biggest, in the Portugal premiere. I actually drove 3 hours just to watch that. Yeah, I came from the Algarve
people
to Lisbon.
Oh my God.
It was amazing. It was really like something. I mean, the movie is great. I love the movie. It's an amazing movie. But the whole energy inside of that theater was the real special thing about that premiere. And
that's amazing.
I mean, it was a long way for me to go watch a movie. But I kind of was like, no, I'm going to be there. And it was totally worth it. Like, it was like a moment in Portuguese bodyboarding, where everybody was there. And and everybody was so stoked about bodyboarding and in that one room. So I think it was pretty special. Yeah. And I mean, Pierre did an amazing job. Gustavo, who made the video, the film, I know him. Yeah. He's an amazing videographer, and he's like an artist. I think he's an artist. So.
Yeah, you can see that by just the production quality of that film is really good. Yeah, we had a similar thing here when Pierre came down. Like, it was just such an amazing unification of everyone, and just the vibe, the energy, the build up. The day there, it was sold out. People were standing on the side, sitting on the grounds. Like, people like, oh, is there any more tickets left? We sold it like the week before the time, and people just rocking up, and we're like, well, just get in and and watch it. And it was brought down the house. So I goosebumps just thinking of it. So.
Exactly. And in Portugal, it actually was inside of a surf film festival.
Okay.
In that, wow. Yeah, exactly. And it was like there was a lot of surf movies in. I think it's like 2 or 3 days where they show a lot of movies, and the bodyboarding movie was like this. The one that sold out. Yeah, was the one that sold out the theater. So that was like, it just feels good to see that.
No, that's epic. Well, Joana, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for allowing me to drop in on you and get away with it. So
one time only.
Yes, ma'am. And then just stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you so much.
Let's hope the tour can regain its momentum after this COVID. But thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Stay safe.
Thank you too. Thank you for inviting me, and I had a good chat with you. And stay safe, you too.
Well, that was a really cool insight of what it's like being a female professional bodyboarder. If you like that and you would like to see some more, and perhaps who you would like to see, drop us a comment or send us a message. Coming up in the next episode, we're talking to someone that needs absolutely no introduction in the world of bodyboarding. It's a heartbreaker. It's the answer. It's PLC. So stay tuned. That's it from all of us. Mumbles out.